Hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady, and in today's video, I'm going to show you another Halloween project. I'm going to show you step by step how to create this faux stepper card, which is super simple and quick to make. First, we need to choose some design papers. Today, I've got some designs from Polkadoodles, and these come from Halloween Trick or Treat collections, and the grey one comes from Winnie Wednesday bundle. I also put some sentiments at the bottom just to save some card when I print all my digi papers. And all the names of those products will be in the description down below. So yes, you can check them out. Let's create the card base for today's project. I've got my scoring board and I need a panel, and that will measure 6 inches by 10 inches. And I'm going to score it at 1 inch, 2 inches, then exactly in half, which is 5 inches. I'm going to score it at 8 inches, turn my card 180 degrees and score it at 1 inch. So as you can see, this is super simple and you don't need a craft knife to create your card base for a stepper card, because we're going to create a faux stepper card, which I think is super cool to create. Then I've got 3.5 of an inch by 11 inches black card, and I'm going to score it at half of an inch, exactly in half, which is 5.5 inches. Then turn my cut 180 degrees and score it again at half of an inch. Now it will be time to fold and burnish all those score lines, which is super cool. And you can also use some colored card for your card base. And I think actually using black card for Halloween projects is a really cool idea. Have you ever used black card to create Halloween projects? If you haven't, maybe today is the day. So as you can see, this card comes together super quickly. And I really like to create very cool fancy folds. And this one doesn't really take any time at all. So there will be time to create some mats and layers for our card. So let's create them here. I chose some of the design papers you've already seen, and I think all those purples will work together very well, especially with the grey design paper. So let's have a look. The first panel that we're going to use is the black one. So my panel is 3.25 by 4.75, and then the smallest one will be 4.5 by 3 inches. Then I'm going to create a panel here, and this one is 5.75 by 2.75. And then the smaller panel will be 2.5 of an inch by 5.5 inches. And then we also have to create the smallest panel for the front, which is 3/4 by 5.75 of an inch. And then the smallest panel will be half or 6/8 by 5.5 of an inch. So when you're ready with all those mats and layers, it will be time to assemble all of them together. And I do always encourage you to use a liquid glue, because you do have that wiggle room, which I think is really important whenever you create very nice cards. So, how many Halloween cards have you created this year? If you haven't tried them yet, I do have some inspiration for you. So throughout this video, I'm going to leave the links to some of the projects I created in the past. And I really think it's a cool idea to play with new designs. If you do have some amazing design papers, or if you'd like to try some new fancy folds, please check all the projects I've got. And I also create some shaped Halloween cards, and you don't really need any cutting dice to create them. And I think this is really cool, because I'm pretty sure you do have some gorgeous design papers you'd like to use. But if you don't want to use them for Halloween projects, you can use that faux stepper card for any other occasion. And I'm pretty sure you do have some absolutely gorgeous papers in your stash that would like to use. So it will be time to assemble those two parts together, and I only put the glue on the bottom flap. Now I'm trying to put it exactly in the center, adhere at the bottom, and then you can turn it over and apply the glue at the other flap. So now it will be adhered. Make sure that the glue is set before you move on to the next step. So as you can see, the card stands proudly on a flat surface. Now it will be time to decorate our project. And I've got 2 digital stamps from Polkadoodles. And at this point, I decided I'm going to use only the top one. However, as you can see, Polkadoodles has quite a big range of Halloween digistamps and digipapers, so you can look at the website. And I really like that they've got amazing coupon codes in the email. So if you haven't signed up to the newsletter, don't wait. It is absolutely worth it. So now I'm going to color in my digistamp using the Halloween colors, right? I couldn't resist. I really like the combo of orange, green, and purple. I think this is one of the best color combo. If you do have your favorite for any occasion, please let me know in the comments down below. I really like how green and purple well together, and then that vibrant orange. Oh, it is just the cherry on the cake. So as you can see, I'm trying to use all 3 colors, and just to tone it down a little bit, I'm going to use some gray and black as well. Because if you've got very vibrant colors, we do need to have some contrast. So that's why I decided to use some gray here. And I think that works really well. How often do you use alcohol markers for your digital stamps? Please let me know in the comments down below. And I always encourage you to put a scrap piece of paper underneath your digital stamp. Now I'm going to use my Essentials Classic pens from Spectrum Noir, and I'm going to add some darker colors here. And I think that's what really makes the difference in this image. So as you can see, I'm trying to use the black face. Create sort of an outline. Then darker gray and lighter gray, just to have that 3D look. So if you don't have tricolor markers or tri-blend markers, I think this technique would be perfect for you. All you have to do is to get the darker color, then medium and light on top, and the blend will be beautiful. So as you can see, this image comes together very quickly. And I don't have any matching cutting dies, so I'm going to fussy cut that image. Have you ever created a Halloween card with an image of a witch? If you have, what was she doing? Because this one, as you can see, she has a broom. And actually, that is the name of the digi stamp. It's Halloween Witch Broomstick. It's super, super cool, right? And she also makes me think about Harry Potter because they played a very special game and they all use broomsticks. So I think this image is just so cool for Halloween. So as you can see, I also decided to add a little bit of yellow. I wanted that star to be super, super bright. And of course, I had to add that yellow on the wand as well. And whenever you color in the hair, I do recommend to use at least 3 colors, just to have, let's say, more natural look on the image. So when this is ready, all we have to do is to add the skin color and also finish off the broom. Super cool, right? And as I told you, I'm going to use my scissors. And I usually use my Crafters Companion scissors because they always give me that very nice cut. So now when she's ready, it will be time to cut her out and put it on our design. So as you can see, all together, that cut is super quick to make. If you know exactly which design papers you're going to use, it can take you like 25 minutes just to cut all the cut base and mats and layers, which is amazing. So you can use this cut style for any occasion that you want. I'm going to add some dimension to the wedge, so I'm going to use some double-sided foam pads. And as you can see, I'm going to make them slightly smaller. So it is super easy to do it. And it's always a good idea to use few drops of liquid glue, then double-sided foam adhesive and liquid glue again. This way, all your elements will be adhered forever, and the card can stand proudly on a shelf for many, many years. So now, it's always a good idea to put some few drops of liquid glue and use a pokey tool to peel off the backing. As you can see, I decided that she goes off the side a little bit. Now I'm going to use that sentiment, which also comes from that Winnie Wednesday Halloween bundle. And I thought that would be perfect. And just to make sure all the elements will match, I'm going to use exactly the same design paper I used to create the elements for my card. Now it will be time to add some more dimension, because why not? Right? You can always do it. So now, when this is ready, the card will be nearly complete. And at this point, you can add some white card on the back to write your message, and I think that will be really cool. And you can always use some purple color first to create a nice border around. So now it will be time to add a few gems on the card. It will be completed. Super quick and simple. So if you've never ever created that faux stepper card, I really hope you'll give it a go. If you don't like to create a Halloween project, you can use it for any other occasion. Thank you so much for watching and spending time with me. Here you can see 2 other videos from this week where I created some Halloween projects. And don't forget to hit the notification bell because I've got a lot of inspiration for you coming very soon. Have a wonderful day. Happy crafting. Bye.